Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day. Oh yeah. Thank you for. Every time I tell people, I'm going to teach you telekinesis, I get a little scared. Like, woo! Let's connect with our intention. Why do we want to bend the spoon? I'll tell you why I want to bend the spoon. Because I believe that I am connecting with the quantum field and discovering my abilities to affect matter through consciousness. Oh, spoon, I love your love. I love your love. I love your love. Oh, spoon, I love your love. I love your love. I love your love.
This is Anarchapulco, a week-long festival with workshops, happy hours, spirit cleansing, and about 400 libertarians who aren't about to get vaccinated.
This was the reason that Biden, in a press conference back in July of last year, named me as one of the most dangerous people on the planet. I want you to see what happens after you take the vaccine. This is an autopsy of a human brain. This is what people are dying from. These are the clots that are forming.
There's no evidence this is true. COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective. But being against these vaccines and the mandates is bringing together conspiracy theories from the left and right.
9/11 is a staged, false flag psychological operation against the American people and the people of the world. Those buildings were brought down in controlled demolitions. That's what I proved yesterday, but you didn't get to see that.
For $1,250 a pop, festival goers can spend the week learning how to make their vacation location permanent. There are even travel agents to help.
Everything we've done has been rescue operations, to be brutally honest. It's been getting people out of their tyrannical states and governments and countries, getting them to places like Mexico. They're coming here to live in freedom forever.
The unvaccinated are moving to Mexico because they're allowed in without proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test. Plus, you can live here for up to 4 years as long as you have $43,000 in the bank.
Money does equal power in a lot of situations. This would be one of them.
Currently, I run a company in Canada with about 250 cryptocurrency ATMs from Vancouver to Toronto.
So why would you leave?
Because why would I stay?
But if you get the vaccine, then you can do normal stuff. It's not that bad. Oh, okay.
So go ahead and get the vaccine.
I did.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Was it Pfizer?
I got Pfizer.
I got the Pfizer, Moderna. I got the vaccine.
So you're a mermaid?
Yes.
In your past life?
Yes. I had a download about that during my plant meditation experience.
So I'm vaccinated, right? And according to Dr. Vitar, I'm gonna die soon. So what can you do for me?
Okay, I can't do anything for you, but what we can do together, we basically vibrate. Vibration is like when you have a very high vibration, anything that doesn't suit you, because we are high conscious beings, will dissolve out of your body.
We can dissolve the vaccine out of my body?
Yes, you just have to say, you have to accept it. You basically have to want it. You basically say, yes, I now do that. We are alchemists.
So this place is a maze, and it's taken me a few days to figure out where anything is.
This doesn't really look like how I expected an anarchy festival to look. It's a little bougie. So you can get t-shirts, there's stuff about crypto, NFTs, NFT art show. Yeah, it's like a crypto tent actually, now that I think about it. There is an open bar that starts at 3 every day. So there's a raccoon cage, and I have no idea what this is about, but we're gonna go take a look. What are you doing? Are you someone's pet?
We all want to be free. And beekeeping and having a partnership with these wonderful...
So there's a guy right now who's explaining what the connection is between beekeeping and anarchism, which frankly I'm not quite clear on, but yeah, people seem to be following. The event is big on networking, so a lot of people here aren't even going to the talks. They're just like sitting here, meeting as many people as possible. It's hard to calculate how many people have escaped to Mexico, but we found Telegram groups where thousands claim to have made the jump because of COVID restrictions. Corey Edlinger, a Starbucks manager turned crypto trader from Ontario, is in several of these groups. In October 2021, he moved to Mexico with his girlfriend Claire, a professional ballerina. That was just before Canada started enforcing a law that says unvaccinated people can't board flights in commercial airports.
Why did you decide to leave Canada?
We started to disagree with the way the country was heading.
I absolutely refuse to wear a mask while I'm training at that high level. It's absolutely toxic.
Where do you think this is all going? Like, what's the global threat?
One world government. That's on the World Economic Forum's website. They tell you everything. Like, what do you think it means when they say you'll own nothing and you'll be happy?
What do you think it means?
I think it means what Karl Marx wrote about. The abolition of private property.
How does that make you feel?
I don't want any part of it. So if you disagree with the way something is, how do you fix that? You need to try to create what it is you want.
We could have a really great world if we all, didn't just like follow along like somebody else telling me to do this, like I'm a lemming and gonna fall off the cliff, but it's their fault because I followed them. That's giving your power away.
New arrivals face practical hurdles. Some work remotely, but tons are living off savings or trying to start crypto and wellness businesses. And others are even trying to live completely free from government services.
In my opinion, we have to start with decentralization at the very bottom level, with your water, food, electricity, energy, all that stuff, and then we can go up to the higher stuff. Garbage, you can jam pack it into like an aluminum can or into a bottle, and now you have dense mass for construction. You are not relying on the state's extortion crime racket for waste management.
And festival goers can forget about the tyranny of trash collection when the sun goes down.
We be on these tracks and we're revealing truth, love, and beauty.
It feels like an anti-vax Burning Man. And like Burning Man, a lot of people are gathering at the fringes.
We are blind. In the life, we are blind.
Some of those organizing outside the festival grounds are intellectual purists. They distrust not just government, but also corporations and big tech. Since 2015, Derek Brose has been helping others, quote, exit the system by creating small anarchist communities called freedom cells.
A freedom cell is a decentralized way of organizing in your community, focused on skill sharing, knowledge sharing, figuring out how they can grow food together, figuring out how they can educate each other better. If the people involved are all parents, then the freedom cell might take a focus on homeschooling, unschooling. If the freedom cell is people who are very focused on permaculture, then that might be their focus. A lot of groups, like I'd say...
How many people would you estimate are exiting their countries to build a new life in Mexico and also Latin America?
I might even be underestimating, but I've seen through my own networks of helping people through our caravans, driving people down what we call the Underground Railroad, helping people come here, and then just people through the Freedom Cell Network, it's definitely somewhere 5,000 to 10,000 people, I'd say, that have made Mexico their home in different parts.
The word Underground Railroad obviously has a lot of historical context, and there's a lot of language that I think viewers watching might find inappropriate or a bit disrespectful to the original context of those words. I don't know if you want to speak to that.
When the original conductors in the railroad helped slaves escape, they had to make a decision knowing that it was against the Fugitive Slave Act, that they could go to prison for it. And in that same sense, many of us now feel like it's up to us, those of us who have the ability, to help other people who feel like they're escaping from situations that are not amenable to freedom. So we started putting out the call. It's through the Freedom Cell Network too. People sign up through there. They get an email that says, hey, there's a caravan coming up soon. If you're interested, you got to fill out this survey. There's a vetting process, and then we just help people who want to come down.
Do you think this is going to continue?
I think this is just the beginning, honestly.
But the pandemic restrictions are loosening.
For those of us who see that this is just the excuse to accelerate the push to what Klaus Schwab, the head of the World Economic Forum, calls the fourth industrial revolution, which is a push towards AI, social credit scores, facial recognition, blockchain being used in some really scary ways. That vision is why, I'm not going to go home even if things chill out.
Some unvaccinated expats have already started their own communes. We found several eco-villages or off-grid communities across Central America, most in early stages of development.
Booster of the booster, like fucking 3 fucking boosters is bullshit.
Okay, everyone, I'm very happy to meet you all. My name is Gabriel Villarreal. And I'm going to give a little introduction about myself and what we are doing today and the vision of our project.
Guillermo Villarreal and his brother Gabriel are ex-reality TV stars. They've been doomsday preppers for years and started a village in the jungle of the Yucatan in southern Mexico. Since the pandemic, it's mainly drawing unvaccinated Canadians and Europeans.
Okay, thank you very much. Welcome, my friends.
What about the pandemic restrictions have made people interested in living in an off-grid eco-village?
Now people realized that they need to come to an off-the-grid community. Now it's a necessity. It's not a luxury. It's not some people got together in the middle of the jungle. No. Now they feel that they need it. Because here we are free. Here we do whatever we feel like doing. We respect each other.
Do you think that the pandemic restrictions have made people more afraid of potential disasters, like either natural disasters or, government-induced disasters, or the fear of them?
The pandemic has just heightened that, like pushed it to a different level, because it's actually, this has been going on for years and years, like for decades. It's basically the manipulation of population through control of fear.
Do you feel like you're a refuge of sorts for anti-vaxxers?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's not like our main goal, but definitely, people here are very, very welcome.
We accept everyone. 100%, this is a non-vax haven for everyone who wants to join us.
The brothers bring potential buyers to tour the community of about 214 lots. Each lot starts at $20,000 plus the cost of building a house. About 20% of them have sold.
People have asked me, Gabo, so I like AC. Can I have AC? I said, yes. You can have all the comforts you want. You can have internet, you can have cable TV, you're gonna have a nice kitchen. So it's like living in the city, but in the jungle. Okay, so we're gonna walk to the phase 2, okay? So where the lots are available, okay?
All of the conveniences of modern society without any of its laws sounds like a utopia. But when all conspiracies are given equal credence, some dark ideas can appear.
What brings you here today, Joanne?
We have a big bunch of demons that are trying to control our lives. So let's see what's going on, because we might have to head to the hills. I am worried about the graphene oxide in the injections, and I'm worried about the
vaccines. COVID vaccines?
Well, they're not vaccines, so I will not call them that. They're injections. They're injections of graphene oxide. When you add graphene oxide into the body and you're hooking that to the cloud, this is craziness.
It's just hard for me because so much of what you're saying, like, I've never heard of before, and it goes against like a lot of the things that I've been told are true.
You have been lied to for so much, and then you can kind of get into something else, which I accidentally stumbled upon, which was, were there gas chambers in Nazi Germany? And did 6 million people die in Nazi Germany?
Yes.
Well, that's a great answer, but it's probably the wrong answer.
But Joanne, people watching have lost relatives in the Holocaust. They know people died. So what you are saying feels like an attack on them personally.
No, you're putting words in my mouth and words in their mouth.
What does this have to do with
lies?
Off-grid living?
Lies. So maybe people can't see the lie in what's going on with COVID-19, but there are many books and many, many experts took apart the gas chamber story 101 different ways.
What do the rest of you guys think of this?
There's always going to be difference of opinions between people. This is normal human trait. So we should not judge people based on what they say or they don't say.
Joanne is welcome here.
Everybody's well, absolutely.
All of these alternative communities are brought together by one thing. They're against the COVID-19 vaccines and mandates. But once you distrust all official narratives, you can end up in an alternate universe where down is up, history is rewritten, and objective reality no longer exists.
Call it what you want. It's not a conspiracy conference. This is reality. Everybody here should be screaming from the mountaintop everything they believe in, because it's reality.